Welcome to the Pioneer Coaches Show. I'm Jason Pinkton, joined by head men's basketball coach Jeff Gard. We'll take a look at the 2022-2023 season as the Pioneers get ready to tip off on Friday up at UW-Superior when they face Lawrence in the opening round of the UW-Superior tournament. Coach, when you open up at home in a couple weeks, program sales are going to go through the roof. A lot of minutes walked out the door through graduation, a lot of new faces in the program. How about you just tell the fans now what to expect and who are some of the newcomers that you're excited about?
Well, I think probably the best investment we could have made this year is buying jerseys with last names on the back of them. Not only for our fans to know who's who, but maybe for the coaching staff to do as well. We're excited. Obviously, we got a good core group coming back. Guys that obviously have been successful in their roles within the program over the past few years, but some new faces coming in. Obviously, Max Love, one of the freshmen. Aiden Warziak out of Huntley as well. Two of the freshmen that are kind of stepping up and showing that they're not afraid of the next level as well. And then obviously you throwing in the transfer portal was was good for us this year as well. Obviously Carter Lancaster, a familiar face, a familiar name. To Pioneer basketball as well, and some things that we're excited about. And got a few more transfers in there that are obviously trying to find their way within the system and obviously the way the program runs as well.
Now, two of the players that the fans will recognize, you got Logan Pearson back and Ben Probst, a pair of juniors that came in as freshmen during the COVID year where they only had 8 games, but have consistently been in the lineup. And Ben, and specifically, what I've seen Ben really grow a lot is he came in and he's kind of just like marked as he's just a shooter, but he's really expanded his game, and now he can get to the hole and he can score in the paint, can he?
He is. He's got that craftiness around the rim. Obviously, Coach Martin in our strength program has obviously added some more tools to the toolbox for Ben as well, and what he can do around the rim. And obviously, just again, his basketball IQ helps him kind of take that next step and taking advantage of guys, and I think that's kind of the product of the offense that we run as well, where you can get your guards down low and let them post up. But yeah, I mean, he's obviously been known as a marksman on the outside, obviously be able to hit shots, but I think he's added a little bit more to his game, being able to get to the rim, put a little bit more heat on the rim as well is what we're trying to get into. But I think the things that don't necessarily get seen is obviously the leadership role that he's kind of stepped up into as well.
And then Logan Pearson, he's been in the starting lineup since day one of the most athletic players in the conference. Continues to just get better.
It is, and I think the game comes easy to him. I think he kind of really slows it down. Again, athleticism, we'll debate that, how athletic he is. I just think he knows how to use his body. He's a young man that's obviously still growing. Again, another product of Coach Martin's strength program and what we do in the off season as well, and obviously how that's added to his game. But again, he's just got that knack to kind of slow things down, kind of let the opponent make the mistake, and he'll counter it.
Now this Friday you head up to UW-Superior. Now be honest, you missed the UW-Superior trip when they were in the conference, so you decided to schedule this tournament to get on the bus and go up there?
I wanted to see what it was like when there wasn't 10 feet of snow on the ground.
You never know. There might be.
There might be.
But your players that are returning are used to kind of that long bus trip a year. You've been to Michigan a couple times with them, so the trip isn't going to be like being on that bus for a long time isn't going to be a whole lot of concern. You're going up the night before, so you get up there and get some shots up in the gym. So it's not going to be an issue for you, or will it? Or do you think it might be?
No, I don't think it will. I mean, I think the best thing for this trip, outside of the 2 games that we're going to get up there as well against some good competition, is it's a chance for this team to get away, get off campus. The 6-hour bus trip, that'll go by. I mean, obviously stop in Eau Claire and then that breaks it up, but getting up there. But I kind of look at it as you have a young team that obviously needs to continue to grow. When you can get them away and kind of almost seclude them and get them into the hotel rooms and just kind of bond, that's going to help expedite that process. We always look at it over the years. Every year that we take a trip, our teams play best when we come back off of those big trips, where the guys get to spend multiple nights in the hotel room, kind of getting to know each other outside of the basketball realm of things as well. So I think it's something that's obviously going to be able to help us. I think that was kind of the thought process too of getting an early non-conference tournament schedule, getting something on us on the road to help this group kind of come together a little bit more in another realm.
And another opportunity that you'll get, dead of winter, the day after Christmas, you're heading out to Vegas, get away from the cold for 5-6 days. It's just another opportunity, and it's a transformative experience for the student athlete to be able to experience going to Las Vegas and playing a couple games.
You know, it is, and I think obviously being a part of the D3 Hoops Classic, you know, we've been fortunate, you know, for 3-4 times now that we've been able to get out there, being invited out to that tournament. So it's a exciting time. Obviously, again, it's another great venue to go play in at South Point. Obviously, they do things the right way with that tournament, and you know, and I think that's something that, again, it's another opportunity for this team to kind of continue to grow, but also be able to give our guys an experience. And you know, with the AAU realm now and the way guys are traveling around, I think it kind of, you know, takes a little bit. Has been knocked off what it used to be back in the day when I was an assistant coach. We had guys on the team that had never flown before. Now you got guys, I mean, they're flying all over the place with AAU and obviously family vacations, those type of things. So it's not unusual for them to be able to get on an airplane. But again, another great experience, some things that, you know, those are the memories that you have as a student athlete. It's not always about the wins and the losses, it's about the time, you know, and those are the stories that always get brought up after the guys graduate. I always hear what they did, you know, down on the Vegas Strip as well. So we'll save those for some other day.
Absolutely. And then one other tournament is the Gabe Miller Classic that you host. A little different this year because normally it's been a Friday, Saturday. A pair of teams come in, they play UW-Whitewater, then play you, and then switch the following night. It's split up a little bit thanks to a grant that you received from the Dubuque Racing Association. Just go talk about the process of getting that grant and continuing the Gabe Miller Classic.
Well, the Classic was originally going to be the Friday, Saturday the way it was supposed to, and then mid-August we find out a team decided not to put us on the schedule that we had already agreed on it, so it kind of sent myself, my staff, and then obviously Coach Miller over at Whitewater and his staff obviously kind of in a scramble mode to try to find that one extra game to fill that in. But you know, I think it started out obviously with some of the corporate partnership stuff that we're trying to do within the athletic department, and how can we outreach and be able to kind of obviously serve some others and kind of make Southwest Wisconsin, the tri-state area, kind of a destination for others to come in. You know, talking with Alex Dixon, the director over at the DRA, and with the casino as well, that, you know, that's something that, you know, obviously with the Vegas trip that we're taking now, we would envision something like that coming to Dubuque and to Southwest Wisconsin as well, you know, down the road. So that's kind of where that partnership started to grow with some conversations there, which obviously led to one of the grants we were able to get, obviously with some assistance from the university as well. And you know, we're fortunate enough to be able to have a lot of great partners in Southwest Wisconsin and the tri-state area that are allowing our student athletes to have an unbelievable experience in their time here.
Well, Coach, we won't get into the WI season until we get in a little bit further down, and we'll talk a little bit more in the future about that. But really appreciate the time. Best of luck in UW Superior's tournament, and then best of luck the rest of the year, all right?
Appreciate it, Jason. Thank you.
Yep.